वक्रतुंड महाकाय सूर्यकोटि समप्रभा निर्विघ्नं कुरु मे देव सर्वकार्येषु सर्वदा। नमस्तुते रघुनंदन अवतारी मधुसूदन। नमस्तुते रघुनंदन अवतारी मधुसूदन। सब पंछी जागे, भोर भई सब पंछी जागे, जागे धरती माता। नमस्तुते रघुनंदन अवतारी मधुसूदन। सुख जाने सोई दुखिया होए। जो जागे सोई सुख जाने सोई दुखिया होए। राम नाम से होई उजियारा, राम नाम से होई उजियारा। जो सुमिरन में खोई तेरे चरण हो मेरे मनवा। नमस्तुते रघुनंदन अवतारी मधुसूदन। जो जागे सोई सुख जाने सोई दुखिया होए। राम नाम से होई उजियारा, राम नाम से होई उजियारा। जो सुमिरन में खोई तेरे चरण हो मेरे मनवा। तेरे चरण हो मेरे मनवा, पाएंगे नमस्ते जय गणेश जय गणेश जय गणेश जय गणेश उमर खोदई सारी रे अब भजन बिना दान। उमर खोदई सारी रे अब भजन बिना दान। खोदई सारी रे भजन बिना दान। उमर खोदई सारी रे अब भजन बिना। खोदई सारी अब खोदई सारी भजन बिना दान। अरे भजन बिना दान। उमर खोदई सारी रे भजन बिना दान। उमर खोदई सारी रे अब भजन बिना। भजन किया नहीं राम नाम का बात बना रहा सदा काम का। भजन किया नहीं राम नाम का बात बना रहा सदा काम का। रे मूर्खिया ज्ञान प्यारे रे मूर्खिया ज्ञान रे भजन बिना दान। अरे भजन बिना दान। उमर खोदई सारी रे भजन बिना दान। उमर खोदई सारी रे अब। तेरा मेरा करता डोले बात करे दूर का बोले। तेरा मेरा करता डोले बात करे दूर का बोले। घर घर मान गुमाना प्यारे मन घर घर मान गुमाना रे भजन बिना दान। अरे भजन बिना दान। उमर खोदई सारी रे भजन बिना दान। उमर खोदई सारी रे अब भजन बिना। खोदई सारी खोदई सारी अब खोदई सारी अब खोदई सारी खोदई सारी अब खोदई सारी अब खोदई सारी अब खोदई सारी भजन बिना दान। अरे भजन बिना दान। अरे भजन बिना दान। उमर खोदई सारी भजन बिना दान। क्या बात। दास दी जय मुश्किल यश के जब जब की से क्या कछुकेगी। दास दी जय मुश्किल यश के जब जब की से क्या कछुकेगी। उस दिन मान समान करो रे मन उस दिन मान समान करो। भजन बिना दान। अरे भजन बिना दान। अरे भजन बिना दान। उमर खोदई सारी भजन बिना दान। खोदई सारी खोदई सारी अब खोदई सारी अब खोदई सारी अब खोदई जय 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 कैलाशपति देवा, देवा महादेवा। जय 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 कैलाशपति देवा, देवा महादेवा, देवा महादेवा। जय 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 कैलाशपति देवा, देवा महादेवा, देवा महादेवा। जटा में जिनके रंग विराजत, सर्वे अंग में सर्व विराजत। जटा में जिनके रंग विराजत, सर्वे अंग में सर्व विराजत। शब्देवन में शंभु हमारे, शब्देवन में शब्देवन अब द्वारे मेरे आयुरी, अब द्वारे मेरे आयो। द्वारे मेरे आयुरी, अब द्वारे मेरे आयो। देखो री की बाला जोगी, देखो री की बाला जोगी, द्वारे मेरे आयो रे, अब द्वारे मेरे आयो। आगंबरी का ओर दुशाला, शेष नाग लपटायो रे। आगंबरी का ओर दुशाला, आगंबरी का ओर दुशाला, शेष नाग लपटायो रे। माथे वाले तिलक चंद्रमा, मातेवा के तिलक चंद्रमा, योगी सचा आया रे, अब योगी सचा आया। देखो री की बाला जोगी, देखो री की बाला जोगी, द्वारे मेरे आयो रे, अब द्वारे मेरे आयो। ना चाहिए तेरी हीरा मोती, ना चाहिए तेरी माया जोगी। ना चाहिए तेरी हीरा मोती, ना चाहिए तेरी हीरा मोती, ना चाहिए तेरी माया जोगी। तेरी लाल को दर्द दिखा जा, तेरी लाल को दर्द दिखा जा। मैं काशी से आया रे मैया, मैं काशी से आया। सूरदास मैं कुंज राम को, धन्य जसोमती माया री। सूरदास मैं कुंज धाम को, धन्य जसोमती माया रे। तीन लोक की करता हरता, तीन लोक की करता हरता, तेरे गोद आया रे मैया, तेरे गोद आया। देखो री की बाला जोगी, देखो री की बाला जोगी, द्वारे मेरे आयो रे, अब द्वारे मेरे आयो। द्वारे मेरे आयो रे, अब द्वारे मेरे आयो। द्वारे मेरे आयो रे, अब द्वारे मेरे।
Our Bhajan devotees, it is my distinct pleasure to extend to you a very cordial welcome to this first night of worship to the Mangal Murti of Lord Ganesh. After a short absence of 2 years, we are here once again, performing puja and worshipping the Mangal Murti of Lord Ganesh. On behalf of Sri Sitaram Devotees, members of the family, and Sasivachanam, we would like to ensure your stay here with us is very beneficial, that you would maximize the time spent and ensure you receive the grace and blessings of that Supreme Being, Paramatma God, and in the form of Sri Ganesh Bhagavan. This is a very auspicious time, Ganesh Utsav, as we ask the Lord in the form of Sri Ganesh to bless each and every one. I would also like to say special welcome to my uncle and guru, Sri Ramcharan Gosai, my nephew, Videsh Gosai, and Pandit Krishna Maharaj. Also, we have with us my Dharma Patni and my Samdhin and Samdhi. Very special welcome to you. So I pass you over now to Sri Satyananda Gosai Ji. Right, shall we all stand please for first Arati?
Om Gam Ganapatebhyo Namo Namaha Parabrahma Parameshwaraya Bhyo Namo Namaha. We join in Arati. Jai Ganesha, Jai Ganesha, Jai Ganesha Deva, Mata Jaki Parvati Pita Mahadeva. Jai Ganesha, Jai Ganesha, Jai Ganesha, Jai Ganesha Deva, Mata Jaki Parvati Pita Mahadeva. Ganapati Deva, Ganapati Deva, Jai Ganesha, Jai Ganesha, Jai Ganesha, Jai Ganesha Deva, Mata Jaki Parvati Pita Mahadeva. Ganapati Deva, Ganapati Deva, Jai Ganesha, Jai Ganesha, Jai Ganesha, Jai Ganesha Deva, Mata Jaki Parvati Pita Mahadeva. एक दंत दयावंत चार भुजधारी, एक दंत दयावंत चार भुजधारी, माते सिंदूर सोए मुसकी सवारी. गणपति देवा, जय गणेश, जय गणेश, जय गणेश देवा, माता जाकी पार्वती पिता महादेवा. गणपति देवा, गणपति देवा, अंदन को आकृत कोरियन को काया, अंदन को अंदन को आकृत कोरियन को काया, भाजन का पुत्र देख निर्धन को, बोलो गणपति देवा, गणपति देवा, गणपति देवा, जय गणेश,
जय गणेश, जय गणेश, जय गणेश देवा, माता जाकी पार्वती पिता महादेवा. गणपति देवा, गणपति देवा, गणपति देवा,
गणपति देवा,
गणपति देवा,
गणपति देवा.
गणपति देवा.
हार चढ़े फूल चढ़े और चढ़े मेवा, हार चढ़े फूल चढ़े और चढ़े मेवा, मोदक का भोग लगे संत करे से. गणपति देवा,
गणपति देवा,
गणपति देवा,
गणपति देवा,
गणपति देवा जय गणेश
जय गणेश देवा माता जाकी पार्वती पिता महादेवा गणपति देवा गणपति देवा गणपति देवा
गणपति देवा
गणपति देवा
गणपति देवा
गणपति देवा
विनायका विनायका
विनायका विनायका
बोलो विनायका विनायका
विनायका विनायका
वीणा दाता विनायका
वीणा दाता विनायका
बोलो वीणा दाता विनायका
वीणा दाता विनायका
अरे बोलो विनायका विनायका
विनायका विनायका
अरे बोलो विनायका 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 प्रेम से बोलो श्री गजानन स्वामी की उमापति महादेव की जय पवन पुत्र हनुमान की प्रेम से बोलो श्री कृष्ण चंद्र भगवान की जय आज शक्ति दुर्गा देवी माता की जय प्रेम से बोलो श्री सत्य सनातन धर्म की आसन दीजिए प्लीज। प्रेम से बोलो श्री गजानन स्वामी की My dear friends, I think we do a little better than that tonight. Jai means victory. And we must never be ashamed to use the gift of the voice to salute victory to any one of the divine embodiments. Prem Swaro Shri Gajananda Swami ki. Most cordial welcome to each and every one of you. Shri Pandit Ramcharan Gosainji, Pandit Gyan, Pandit Krishna, Pandit Videsh, and all you wonderful individuals who have come to join with us on this, the first night of discourse in the Ganesh Utsav period. It's a time, my dear friends, where we try to win the grace of Mahaganapati. Yesterday, my dear friends, was the Ganesh Jayanti, and throughout the world, individuals would have gotten themselves together to usher in, my dear friends, this Mangal Murti of Lord Ganapati. We did likewise. My dear friends, we have lost a lot of close people in our lives. Day by day, we are losing individuals left, right, and center. Before the pandemic, it was our desire to bring this Mangal Murti, this special one. And we didn't get to use this Murti because we could not have in-house service. So we thought it best, my dear friends, to bring this Murti at our home. With the sole purpose, given an opportunity to our devotees, who we have given to over the many years, the Mangal Murti it is called, to get the grace, darshan, and blessings. Yesterday it was a bit challenging to usher this Murti in our home. So he is here. An opportunity lost is one may never ever come your way again. I say to you, my dear friends, there are many individuals who wanted to be here, but not able to do so. For many reasons. But you are the fortunate ones. As you feast your eyes on this beautiful image, this beautiful pratima, the Mangal Murti of our Lord, I want you to pour your hearts out to him. From time to time, focus your eyes on this Murti and pour your hearts out. As I begin tonight with invocation mantras, let us all put our hands together. हरि ओम हरि ओम। श्री गणेशाय नमः। पारब्रह्म परमेश्वराय नमो नमः। गुरुर्ब्रह्मा गुरुर्विष्णु गुरुर्देवो महेश्वरम् गुरुर्साक्षात् परं ब्रह्म तस्मै श्री गुरवे नमः। ध्यान मूलम गुरुमूर्ति पूजा मूलम गुरुर्पदम मंत्र मूलम गुरुर्वाक्यम मोक्ष मूलम गुरुर्कृपा। गजाननं भूतगणादिसेवितं कपित्तजम्बुफलसाधुभक्षणम् उमासुतं शोकविनाशकारकं नमामि विघ्नेश्वर पादपङ्कजम्। ॐ त्र्यम्बकं यजामहि सुगन्धिं पुष्टिवर्धनम् उर्वारुकमिव बन्धनान् मृत्युर्मोक्षीय मामृतात्। जय त्वं देवी चामुण्डे जय भूतरहारिणी जय सर्वगते देवी कालरात्रि नमस्तुते कालरात्रि नमस्तुते। मनोजवं मारुततुल्यवेगम् जितेन्द्रियं बुद्धिमतां वरिष्ठम् वातात्मजं वानरयूतमुख्यं श्रीरामदूतं शरणं प्रपद्ये। वसुदेवसुतं देवं कंसचाणूरमर्दनं देवकी नंदन परमानंदं कृष्णं वंदे जगद्गुरु। हरि ओम नमो नारायणाय ओम नमो नारायणाय हरि ओम नमो नारायणाय
हरि ओम नमो नारायणाय ओम नमो नारायणाय हरि ओम नमो नारायणाय
हरि ओम नमो नारायणाय ओम नमो नारायणाय हरि ओम नमो नारायणाय
हरि ओम नमो नारायणाय ओम नमो नारायणाय हरि ओम नमो नारायणाय
हरि ओम नमो नारायणाय
हरि ओम नमो नारायणाय
हरि ओम नमो नारायणाय ओम नमो नारायण हरि ओम नमो नारायण ओम नमो नारायण असतो मा सद्गमय तमसो मा ज्योतिर्गमय मृत्योरमा अमृतं गमय। हरि ओम शांति 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 हरि ओम। My dear friends, tonight after invocation mantras we shall glorify Bhagwan Ganesh. Beautiful pratna, beautiful bhajan. Let us all sit upright, focus on this murti, and as we sing the grace of the divine, let us all, if you can sing with me, my dear friends, feel free to do so. गाइए गणपति जगवंदन, हरे गाइए गणपति जगवंदन। शंकर सुवन भवानी नंदन, शंकर सुवन भवानी के नंदन। गाइए हरि गाइए गणपति जगवंदन, शंकर सुवन भवानी के नंदन। सीधी सदन गजवदन विनायक, सीधी सदन गजवदन विनायक। कृपा सिंधु सुंदर सफलायक, शंकर सुवन भवानी के नंदन। गाइए हरि गाइए गणपति जगवंदन। मोदक प्रिय मोदक प्रिय मुद मंगल दाता, मोदक प्रिय मुद मंगल दाता। वीर्यवारिधि विधि विदाता, शंकर सुवन भवानी के नंदन। गाइए गणपति जगवंदन। मांगत तुलसी दास कर जोरी, मांगत तुलसी दास कर जोरी। बस की राम सियम मानस मोरी, बस की राम सियम मानस मोरी। शंकर सुवन भवानी के नंदन। गाइए गणपति जगवंदन, गाइए गणपति जगवंदन। शंकर सुवन भवानी के नंदन, शंकर सुवन भवानी के नंदन। After the worship of Mahaganapati, tonight, my dear friends, it is the first night of this yajna. It is important, my dear friends, to win the grace of Bhagwan Shiva. So put your hands together as we try to win the blessings of that Lord. अरे शिव शंकर अरे भोले बाबा चले रे कैलाश के बुनिया पर में लगे। अरे बोले बाबा, अरे बोले बाबा हो, अरे बोले बाबा चले रे कैलाश, ये दुनिया परने लगी।
बोले बाबा चले रे कैलाश, ये दुनिया परने लगी।
गौरा जी के भोये, गौरा जी के भोये गाए हरी हरी मेहंदी।
हरी हरी मेहंदी, हरी हरी मेहंदी।
गौरा जी के भोये, गौरा जी के भोये गाए हरी हरी मेहंदी।
हरी हरी मेहंदी, हरी हरी
अरे
मेहंदी।
बोले बाबा, अरे बोले बाबा, हाँ, अरे बोले बाबा चले रे कैलाश, ये दुनिया परने लगी।
शिव शंकर चले रे कैलाश, ये दुनिया परने लगी।
गौरा जी के बोए, गौरा जी के सिच जाए हरी हरी मेहंदी।
हरी हरी मेहंदी, हरी हरी मेहंदी।
गौरा जी के सिच, गौरा जी के सिच जाए हरी हरी में। बोले बाबा, अरे बोले बाबा हो, अरे बोले बाबा चले रे कैलाश, ये दुनिया परने लगी।
शिव शंकर चले रे कैलाश, ये दुनिया परने लगी।
अरे बोले बाबा चले रे कैलाश, ये दुनिया परने लगी।
बोले बाबा चले रे कैलाश, ये दुनिया परने लगी।
गौरा जी के रच लिए हरी हरी मेहंदी।
हरी हरी मेहंदी, हरी हरी मेहंदी।
गौरा जी के रच लिए हरी हरी मेहंदी। अरे बोले बाबा, अरे बोले बाबा चले रे कैलाश, ये दुनिया परने लगी।
शिव शंकर चले रे कैलाश, ये दुनिया परने लगी।
अरे बम बम बोले, ये बम 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 बोले, बम बम बोले, बम बम नाचे नटराजा।
बम बम भोले, बम बम भोले, बम बम भोले, नाचे नटराजा।
बम बम बोले, बम बम बोले, बम बम बोले, बम बम बोले, नाचे नटराजा।
बम बम भोले, बम बम भोले, बम बम भोले, बम बम भोले, नाचे नटराजा।
ओम नमः शिवाय बोलो, ओम नमः शिवाय।
ओम नमः शिवाय बोलो, ओम नमः शिवाय।
ओम नमः शिवाय बोलो, ओम नमः शिवाय।
ओम नमः शिवाय बोलो, ओम नमः
रे बम 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 बोले, बम बम बोले, बम बम बोले, नाचे नटराजा।
बम बम भोले, बम बम भोले, बम बम भोले, बम बम भोले, नाचे नटराजा।
ओम नमः शिवाय, ओम नमः शिवाय, ओम नमः शिवाय। उमापति महादेव की। My dear friends, it is important also to seek the blessings of Mata Parvati, Ma Durga. For you see, my dear friends, it is because of the blessings of Mother Parvati and Shiv Shankar Bhagwan that today, throughout the world, we could get ourselves together to sing the praises of their son, Mahaganapati. You see, my dear friend, it was a blessing that was handed down to the world. And this is why this time, Ganesh Chaturthi, this great festival, is carried out throughout the world. So, my dear friends, the blessings of the Divine Mother, we shall do a beautiful bhajan in praise to her. Put your hands together in your own way and you seek her blessings. माँ तेरी ममता कितनी प्यारी, कितना प्यार जगाती है। श्वास श्वास की रक्षा करती, पग पग प्राण बचाती है। माँ तेरी ममता कितनी, एवरीबॉडी
कितना प्यार जगाती है। श्वास श्वास की रक्षा करती, पग पग प्राण बचाती है। माँ तेरी ममता कितनी प्यारी।
माँ, ओ जगदम्बा Shakti Durga Devi Mata Ki. My dear friends, it is always good when there is congregational worship. It is stated, my dear friends, the fastest and quickest way in this age of Kali to win the Lord's grace is to use the gift of the voice to sing His name. Very simple. Kirtan, 1 minute. And I'm not going to look at you. It's up to you to sing. Simple words. Sitaram, 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 Sitaram.
Sitaram, 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 Sitaram.
Sitaram Govinda Radhe Gopal.
Sitaram Govinda Radhe Gopal.
Sitaram, 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 Sitaram.
Sitaram, 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 Sitaram.
Ganesh Sharanam, Sharanam Ganesha.
Ganesh Sharanam, Sharanam Ganesha.
Mushakvahan Gajanana.
Mushakvahan Gajanana.
Sitaram, 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 Sitaram.
Sitaram, 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 Sitaram.
You know, many years ago, I heard one of my pundit friends singing in a Ramayana. And I was shocked by his comment. He said, if in a yajna that people are singing and you are not singing, just in case that person have any blight, it comes on you. It flies on you. And all he was trying to do, all that pundit was trying to do, is try to get people to sing. And do you think something is wrong with that? Huh? I don't see nothing wrong with that. I hear them big fellas like Ravi B and all them. I don't want to advertise their name. You see, when they say, Pratishtha, take it down, take it down, take it down. I want to know what they're taking down. They are taking down the music. That's what they mean. Take down the drum, take down the sound. Why? Because the entertainer wants to hear participation. Crowd participation. Well, my dear friends, my voice is not the best in the world. But I want you to participate for your benefit. This is for your benefit. So sing, huh? Sitaram, 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 Sitaram.
Sitaram, 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 Sitaram.
Om Namah Shivaya, Namah Shivaya.
Om Namah Shivaya, Namah Shivaya.
Bam Bam Bola Mahadeva.
Bam Bam Bola Mahadeva.
Sitaram, 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 Sitaram.
Sitaram, 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 Sitaram.
Umapati Mahadeva ki. So my dear friends, we are in the Ganesh Utsav period. It's a time where we listen to the charitra, to the leelas of Mahaganapati. And my dear friends, year after year, even though there was COVID, we continue our celebration virtually. So it's almost 25 years, a little bit more, that Pandit Gyan and myself, and tonight before I continue, I want you to give Pandit Gyan a round of applause. Not only we are celebrating yesterday the Jayanti of Mahaganapati, but my dear friends, we are also celebrating the Janmadin, the birthday of Pandit Gyan today. So Pandit Gyan, Asye Badai Ho, you will celebrate. I know every year with different celebration. I was happy this year that you could say to me that you are giving it to Ganapati Baba. That was nice. So my dear friends, we are here to celebrate. You know, 25 years ago, we started this celebration at the Arangwes Savannah. And I didn't know Pandit Gyan then, Pandit Ramcharanji. I didn't know Pandit Gyan. And at that time, other pundits, I remember about 4 different pundits, put their name on the flyer to assist me in the puja. And very strange enough, all of them, every one of them had to drop out. There's a set of drop out pundits. I didn't know how pundits could drop out from doing puja. But because they was engaged and connected to other organizations, they didn't want to do puja for this Pandit Gosai. So I came upon the name of Gyan Gosai. And my dear friends, it fits along well, doesn't it? Satyanan Gosai and Gyan Gosai. And my dear friends, ever since we have associated ourselves wherever I go to perform yajna, Pandit Gyan is present. So must I say to you, the most important part of any yajna is rites and rituals. I always tell people in the world that tradition is there to be broken. Tradition is there, but from time to time we see traditions have been broken. It is only tradition. But rites and ritual must never be curtailed. It charges the atmosphere. It pleases the devas and the devatas so that we could sit in a good ambience and receive the blessings of the Lord. So Panditji, Janmadin Mubarak, happy birthday to you. So my dear friends, many of the messages that we would have read over the many years, I think that sometimes I say that I've read out all the kathas after 25 years, but not Sanatan Dharma. For Sanatan Dharma is eternal. It is everlasting. And if you dig deep enough, you'd have to repeat the same kathas year after year. Because there is no one book that tells us about our Lord. We have countless books. There are many messages that we can bring. But strange enough, when we listen to the radio, when we look at the television set, it's like a long play record. It's the same thing over and over. So my dear friends, tonight I will tell you that this Ganapati Bappa, this Ganapati Baba, this Mangar Multi of Lord Ganesh was here from time immemorial. There was never a time that he was never there. When one looks at his stomach, he holds the entire universe. It is not that Bhagwan Ganesh is teaching people to have big and huge stomach. That is unhealthy. But this is the universal stomach. It stores the universe. The elephant head of this Ganapati Bappa is not by chance. There are many episodes that teaches us about this. Physically, philosophically, the elephant head represents might and power. It represents majesty, strength, vigor. The huge ears that the elephant has, it teaches us something. The elephant is always fanning. Not everything the ears want to hear, you must allow it to go in your system. The elephant trunk is a unique piece of tool. I'll tell you, my dear friends, you cannot take a wheel spanner to fix a lady's wristwatch. It just can't work. But you see that elephant trunk, it is so dynamic. It is so great. It could uproot a whole tree from the ground. And yet still will the trunk, it could take up the minute of particle from the ground. It is special. Ganapati Baba is special. If you look in front of the murti, well, in this murti has two mushak. Mushak is the rat. And my dear friends, this rat, if you notice, they have their hands clasped. They are obedient to Mahaganapati. In Hindu philosophy, the rat and the elephant, they are enemies. If there is a stampede of elephants and one little mice running between them, the elephant gets scared. Hinduism is built with philosophy. Bhagwan Shiva, he has the nag, the serpent. And Goddess Parvati has the lion or the tiger. And they sit side by side, But my dear friends, there is no fighting. Bhagwan Shiva has the bull. In normal world, normal time, the lion will rush at the bull. But in the abode of Lord Shiva, there is total peace and stability. When you look at this Mangal Murti of Lord Ganesh, it's supposed to bring some sort of resolve, some sort of peace, tranquil in one's heart. He has 4 hands. He symbolizes supernatural power. Do you see ordinary human beings with 4 hands? It is not ordinary. He is supernatural. He is powerful. He is here. He is there. He is everywhere. There is no place that you cannot find the Lord. He is Ajar. He is Amar. He is Avinashi. He is everlasting. And in Sanatan Dharma, my dear friends, God comes and God goes. There's a word for coming, it's called Pragat. We heard this, we have been hearing this in the Ramayana, in the Bhagavad. Bhay Pragata Kripala Dina Dayala. When the Lord has to come, He appears, He willed Himself in a form. The difference between you and I, when we come into the world, a mother brought us here. For 9 months, she nourishes us. The mother goes through the torture and pain. But my dear friends, when God comes, He appears and He disappears. For if He had taken birth as ordinary as you and I, then He would have to die. And in Sanatan Dharma, God don't die. God, my dear friends, don't get sick. God, my dear friends, don't age. He is everlasting. He is supernatural power. God, my dear friends, don't get vexed. That's an important thing to note. No matter what we do in this world, what we eat, what we drink, how we behave, if we go before this Murti, never will this Mangala Murti say, see, you Satyanan, you're too bad. I am not going to bless you. Not this Lord. As you come to this Lord with an open heart, a pure heart, prem say with love and devotion, my dear friends, you will get your merits. Our scriptures tells us, Jaisa karne, vaisa hi parne. As you do, that is what you will receive. So what you put into it, my dear friends, will determine what you get out of it. And even though He is Ganesh and He is the son of Lord Shiva, we have seen in our scriptures that Bhagwan Shiva prayed to Him. We have seen Goddess Parvati, Ma Durga, prayed to Him. Brahma Pitamaha, when the world was plagued with difficulties, and Mahapralay, and Brahma was given the task to create the universe, even Brahma had to pray to Bhagwan Ganesh. Well, in tonight's Katha, I'm saying this to you, if Brahma and Shiva and Parvati and Durga and all these divine embodiments who we so love and we adore and we pray to, if they could pray to Lord Ganesh, who is you and I? Who is you and I? For I'll tell you here tonight, my dear friends, in Sanatan Dharma, Ekam Vipra Bahuda Bharavadanti. God is what? One. So when I say I bow to thee, Lord, as Ganesh, I'm not saying I bow to a different Lord Ganesh. I bow to thee, Lord, the one God, as Ganesh, the remover of difficulties and impediments. Understand, I am not an English teacher, a principal, and Pandit Gandhi are teachers. They are here. If you don't understand the English language, then you find yourself in difficulties. And many people say today that we as Hindus, we are confused people because we pray to all kind of gods and all kind of animals. And we are primitive people. But you see, my dear friends, religion is philosophy. Could you imagine when our scriptures say that Ravan has 10 heads? Could you imagine a man with 10 heads trying to sleep? Could you imagine? A man with 10 heads, Ravan, could you imagine trying to sleep on a bed? Could you imagine Ravan with 10 heads gets up in the morning and he wants to eat? Which mouth will he feel first? We must understand the philosophy behind all of these. For Hinduism is based on philosophy. There is only one God. But as we call to that God, as we appeal to that one God, God assumes a form to satisfy our thirst, our desire, our devotion. There are devotees in the past who have prayed to the Lord as an enemy, and the Lord came to them. But that is not the way to go. Why would we want to pray to the Lord as an enemy? The Lord is always there waiting for us. And so it is, my dear friends, there is one God. And there are thousands of people who are listening to us. We are joining our folks on devotees, I shouldn't say folks, but devotees, on 103 FM tonight. And all those who are listening worldwide, members and families abroad and friends all over the world, on our YouTube page and Facebook page. God is one. We can't have two gods. Ekam with one God. But yet still, even though we say that, when we get up to offer the lotus of water in the morning, we offer one for Ganesh. And in our hearts, we offer one to Durga Ma. We offer one to Suryanarayan Swami, 10 lotus of water. If the concept is not that I'm offering this water for a different attribute of the Lord, then we are failing. If we understand and we offer this water, or whatever we do and we offer, that we are offering this to the one Lord who has many forms and many names. My name is Satyanand Gosai. I am not well known, but I love my name. Some people call me Pandit. Some go so far to say bandit. Some people call me Babs. Some people call me Guruji. Some people call me Ay. Some people call me Oi. But it's the same me. Different garb. When I go to work in the morning, the boss, lend me $5 now. It's the same me. Different clothes, different duty that we perform. It's the same way with God. If you could understand this simple concept of Godhead, then, my dear friend, there will be no confusion in the mind. So this one God, Ganesh, that we are praying to, many of the devatas, many of Bhagwan in the past, for different attributes, Brahma, Vishnu, Shiva, they have all worshipped him. Brahmaji is saying to Vedvyas. In the Ganesh Puran, there are many episodes. But most importantly, many individuals, when they are in difficulties, is then they can pray. Over the many years, I have read many kathas where Maharaj Yudhishthira, he had lost his entire palace. He had lost his name and fame. And you know what? He is before Bhagwan Krishna. And Bhagwan Krishna, who is the Lord, is telling Maharaj Yudhishthira, "Oh Yudhishthira, you should surrender yourself to Bhagwan Ganapati." So if Bhagwan Krishna is telling Maharaj Yudhishthira to surrender, Yudhishthira knows Bhagwan Krishna to be the Lord and Master, yet still he in difficulties, but he's grabbing on for something. And Bhagwan Krishna is giving him something to hold on to pray. Maharishi Bhrigu ne Raja Somkant hai Preet Kahanta. There is an individual by the name of Somkant, a king who had lost his possession. And Maharaj Bhrigu, rather Bhakta Bhrigu, is explaining the same katha to Somkant. Years gone by, I explained to you who was Somkant. But Bhrigu is a very important character in our scriptures. Bhrigu, my dear friends, is a great sage. Very noble. He's a Vidwan. He knew the Vedas inside out, the scriptures. You see, one day, Bhrigu went to visit Bhagwan Vishnu in Vaikuntha. Another point here we must understand, where is God to be found? We have brought this Lord before your eyes. But my dear friends, for those who are looking on and tune on, if you don't have a murti before you, then close your eyes. Close your eyes and visualize that Lord inside of you, for he is right here. The minute he is not there, my dear friends, then we are no more in the world. Mar gaye, we die. So understand this. Bhrigu went to Bhagwan Vishnu. I'm telling you about his personality. Bhrigu went there, but Bhagwan Vishnu, he is always in Yog Nidra. What is Yog Nidra? Yog Nidra means that Bhagwan Vishnu is in Dhyan meditation. Aren't we all in Dhyan meditation from time to time? But not like Bhagwan Vishnu. When Bhagwan Vishnu is in Dhyan meditation and he reached the state of Yog Nidra, he's in total sleep. Difficult to wake him up. Yog Nidra is a very powerful state in yogic power, in yoga, that if we practice, my dear friends, we reach that state. I cannot emphasize how important that is. Sometimes we are praying, and you see, while we are praying, hello? Okay, I'll call you back, eh? You see it all the time. One-pointed concentration. Bhagwan Ganapati, if you look carefully, he has one huge tusk and one is broken. It teaches us that when you surrender to this Lord, you must have one-pointed concentration. Bhrigu is explaining this very same katha. He said, listen, O Somkant, Ved Vyas is listening from Brahmaji. And you know, my dear friends, they are all saying to their audiences, Man lagakar suno. Listen with your mind fixed. Listen with your mind attached to the words that has been emanated. This is why, my dear friends, when Pandit sits to read, they must choose their words carefully, because these words are going to penetrate in your ears and penetrate your hearts. And it's going to leave a lasting impression. So, my dear friends, Bhrigu, just to tell you the kind of personality he was. When he went to Vaikuntha and Bhagwan Vishnu was in Dhyan meditation, wasn't aware of any surrounding, Bhrigu get upset. He get annoyed. And when Bhrigu get upset, my dear friends, is a difficult thing. There's another personality in our scriptures that is called Durvasha Rishi. When they get angry, my dear friends, well, we have to learn to quiet ourselves. So Bhrigu get upset and he jump up and he dealt Bhagwan Vishnu one kick in his stomach with his foot. And Bhagwan Vishnu came out of that dhyan, that Yog Nidra. And Bhagwan Vishnu, when he felt that foot stamp on his stomach, he held on to the feet of the Lord, is holding on to the feet of Bhrigu, and he says, Oh Maharishi, mujhe maaf kijiye, please forgive me. And he started asking him, is your feet okay? But my dear friend, that was a symbolic point, because whenever Bhagwan Vishnu have to pragat, whenever he have to manifest himself, the footprint of Bhagwan, of Bhrigu, is always in his stomach. And this is where we know it is a sign of manifestation of the Lord. And what is happening here, my dear friends? Bhrigu is telling Somkant, listen, man lagakar suno, that Bhagwan Vishnu found himself in difficulty. Even the Lord Mahavishnu, Sankha Chakra Gara Padma, Shanta Karang Bhujaka Shainang, that Lord, Lakshmi Pati, that Lord found himself in difficulty. So too, from time to time, we'll all have problems. All of us. No one escapes this problem. And having this difficulty in this way, Bhagwan is saying, while Brahma was creating the universe, Bhagwan Vishnu again was in Yog Nidra. He was in Dhyan meditation out of this world. Nobody could have awakened him. And my dear friends, while he was in dhyan meditation like this, out from his ears sprouted two personalities. And you must understand, this is the Lord. Out of yoga nidra, meditation, many things can happen. And my dear friends, out of his ears, we are being told that two personalities sprouted. And the name were Madhu and Kaitab. Now this personality of Madhu and Kaitab, the names are familiar to the Devi Bhagavad. But in today's Katha, we are saying that Madhu and Kaitab, they came from the heirs of Lord Vishnu. And while Brahma was creating the universe, Madhu and Kaitab, they came upon Brahma. And my dear friends, coming upon Brahma like this, they thought it best, you know what, we will dish him up. By dish him up, I mean they was going to eat him up, consume him. When they look around all over the place, they saw no individual. Brahma is creating the universe. And so, my dear friend, Madhu and Kaitab, very powerful individuals. It is not by accident that they came into being. My dear friends, they decided to go after Brahma. And my dear friends, Vishnu Bhagwan, when he saw that, he found himself in a predicament. He had to save the world from these two individuals that was created through him, through his power. My dear friends, I want to tell you, through your grace, through your devotion, you can create the world that you want. We all have that power. But many a times, my dear friends, we don't realize the power that we possess. There's a beautiful prayer that says, Chidananda Rupam Shivoham Shivoham. You all know that prayer? Say it with me. Chidananda Rupam Shivoham Shivoham. Vishnu Bhagwan is telling us, rather this prayer is telling us, that I am divine, I am God, I am great, you also. But the question is, my dear friends, do you realize that? You have the power to become what you want. You can create this world around you for what you perceive it and want it to be. But my dear friend, the power is in your hands. The power is in through your mind and your meditation. And so it is, my dear friends, Bhagwan Vishnu, he decided to come to the assistant. Trying to destroy Madhu and Kaitab was not an easy thing. And he called upon Yogmaya. Yogmaya is his potency, his Shakti, his energy. And my dear friends, the Katha continues that Bhagwan Vishnu knows very well there is one person who could help him. And that one person is not Lord Ganesh. That person is Bhagwan Shiva. So Brahma, rather Vishnu, he transformed himself. And my dear friends, the name is given here, Gandhav. He took a form of a roop that is called Gandhav. And this Gandhava, he was versed in celestial music and sound, creating fantastic, celestial, divine music. And our music system, my dear friends, when you listen to Vijay sing, my dear friends, he's a great exponent of this type of rendition. When you listen to the drummer and all they come together, Indian music, religious music, is out of this world. It is not by chance that these ragas were created. Sare Gama Padani. I can go way on with it. My dear friends, any tune, any rag you want, my dear friends, we can create it with music. Not me, but good musicians can create it. Music, Bhagwan Vishnu, he is Maya, he is the elusive potency. He can create anything in the world. And my dear friends, he wanted to please Lord Shiva. And so it is, my dear friends, creating this rather celestial form, Gandhava, he traveled and traveled and traveled. And we have been told, my dear friends, that he went straight to Kailashpati. Kailashpati is the abode of Lord Shiva. But when you go to the abode of Lord Shiva, there is a beautiful painting that I always draw to your mind. Bhagwan Shiva, as you see him, he sits very comfortably in dhyana meditation. Ashutosh, Santosh. Next to him, my dear friends, is Shakti Devi Ma. Also with him is Parivar, his family, Ganesh Ji and Swami Kartikeya or Skanda. This is his Parivar, a beautiful family, and Vishnu Bhagwan in that form, that's celestial. And my dear friend, when Bhagwan Shiva, Vishnu was singing all over the world, Bhagwan Shiva happened to hear of this celestial musician. And one thing about Lord Shiva, he loves music. He is called Natraj. There's a beautiful image that we see from time to time made out of copper, cylindrical in shape, and Lord Natraj, Lord Shiva, is dancing away. He's the master dancer. But you see the thing about Lord Shiva has his dholak player, his damru player called Tumru. Wherever Lord Shiva goes, but when Lord Shiva wants to dance, he plays his own damru and he sings his song. The point is, my dear friends, Lord Shiva is telling us we must beat our drum and sing our song. What does he mean by that, my dear friends? We must live our life. Understand, Bhagwan Vishnu, he was told by two of the attendants of Lord Shiva that, listen, there is a celestial singer, and I want you to go and find that celestial singer and bring him here for me, for I want to engage that beautiful rendition that he is engaging in. I want to join in celestial music and dance. So he told two of his attendants, listen, I want you to go and bring that individual. Unhone nishumb or push dant. These are two attendants. Very noble individual. They went there and they met this Gandharva, not knowing who really he was. It was a person in disguise, Bhagwan Vishnu in disguise as this form. And they said, listen, Bhagwan Shiva wants you to come to Mount Kailash Parvat. He wants you to come here and sing and dance for him and his family. And so it too is, Bhagwan Vishnu in that form, he is smiling in his heart. Why? He is smiling because he is going to get his prayers answered. He wanted to win the grace of Lord Shiva. But my dear friends, he went to Mount Kailash Parvat. And Lord Shiva is saying, engage me, dance for me, sing for me, play your celestial song and music. And my dear friends, Gandharva, Vishnu Bhagwan, who is Mohini Roop, who is Maya Jal, the illusion part of the world. My dear friends, he started to dance. He started to sing celestial music, and Lord Shiva is in dhyan meditation. Bhagwan Shiva is responding after the performance. And here I use the word performance, but it was a devotion. You know, sometimes many individuals, when they sing, and I mean nobody here. You know, some people when they sing it like to watch all about. All you seen me? All you seen how good I could sing? Huh? Ostentation. When we sing for the Lord, we must be ourselves. Sometimes some people say, Polita, I do like to sing, you know. I was only singing. The bathroom is not the place to sing. Bathroom is the bed. Huh? When we sit before our Lord, Jai Rama Rama Ramanam Shamanam, sing. Open your heart to the Lord. Parents, are you teaching your children little song? Raghupati Raghava. Are you teaching them? You know, I worked for 103 for many years. Gets up in the morning. I know Pandit Ramcharan. Years gone by, he was one of the first Pandit who would give messages on that radio. I followed suit many years. I worked there. And you know, in the morning time, we open up the lines, telephone lines, for people to call. And out of my amaze, this one, I don't know how this man is to get through every day on the radio. Huh? And every time he called, Pandit, I want to pray for the nation. I say, go by here, pray. If you want to pray for the nation, go pray. Om Siddhi Bhukti Mukti Pradevi Bhukti Bhukti Bhukti. And every time the man called, he's saying the same thing. Om Siddhi Bhukti Bhukti Bhukti. And every time he said the prayer, I will say, Om Siddhi Buddhi Pradevi. I'll say the whole prayer. 7 or 8 years I remain in that station. And he's still saying Siddhi Bhukti Mukti Bhukti Bhukti. And there are many individuals like that. They don't know the simple mantras. Simple mantra. I think everybody should know Om Siddhi Buddhi Pradevi Bhukti Mukti Prarayani Mantra Murti Sadadevi Mahalakshmi Namastuti. Everybody should know that. And so it is, my dear friends. Lord Shiva has enjoyed. So the point I was making, my dear friends, when you sing, sing from your heart. It matters not. The Lord, listen, pay attention to the language of the heart. And what is the language of the heart? Huh? Love. Nothing else but pure love from the heart. And so it is, my dear friend, when Lord Vishnu dance and perform, he is telling to Lord Shiva is saying to him, tell me, you have pleased me today. And when you do something good, and somebody say, well, tell me what you want. You have pleased me. Then they give to you. But not everybody could give, you know. Not everybody can give. But the Lord, He's competent. He's able to give anything your heart's desire. Anything. You see, Lord Shiva, there was a devotee who prayed to him very sincerely. Standing on one foot, Om Namah Shivaya, Om Namah Shivaya, Om Namah Shivaya, thousands of years, no water, no fruits, nothing. And when the Lord came before him, he said, Varmango, Aksabun, my child, I am pleased with your katin tapasya, your intense devotion. You know what that man asked for? He said, Lord, if you are pleased with my intense devotion, then grant unto me that anyone whose head I place my hands, they shall be burnt to ashes. That is what this man prayed for thousands of years. And what do you think Lord Shiva tell him? Huh? That's true. So shall it be. And when Lord Shiva blessed him with that vardhan, that boon, you know what he wanted to do? Huh? He running after Lord Shiva like a madman. He wants to place his hand on Lord Shiva's head to see if the boon will work. You know, many, many years ago when Swami Ganapati came to Trinidad, at 10 to 4 in the morning, he called me up to him, and my dear friends, he do his hands something like this, and he gave me this bracelet. This one right here. Up to today, I do not know if this is 21 karat, or 14 karat, or 10 karat. It's not my business to know that. But when I got this piece of jewelry, everybody keep asking me, Pandit, is it 21 karat? Right? Is it 14 karat? So much we pay attention to the karat. Huh? When are we going to pay attention to what we receive and the magnitude of what we receive? And so it is, my dear friends. Brigu is telling this great Somkant, he said, listen, Bhagwan Shiva says, what do you want? Anything you want, I'll give to you. He says, Madhu and Kaitab, they are playing havoc with the world. and I want to destroy them. I have engaged myself in battle, and there is no way I can destroy them. So I've come for your help. And then Lord Shiva said something to him. He says, Vishnu Bhagwan, is this you? Pay attention carefully. Do you think that Lord Shiva didn't know that was Lord Vishnu? Huh? Could you hide from the Lord? He is Antaryami. He understands our heart. Lord Shiva, that is. God understands our innermost desire. But here it is. Bhagwan Vishnu wants to attract him, and he knows that Lord Shiva loves music, loves dance, so he transformed himself into this form that will attract Lord Shiva. And Bhagwan Shiva is saying, "O Vishnu, O Maya, Mohamaya, is this you?" And then he transformed himself into Sankha Chakra Gara Padma, Bhushanamala Bhagwan Vishnu. What is that little point telling us? When you go before the Lord, be who you. I'm not hearing you. You see, I don't have time to read all this Hindi and thing here. When you go before the Lord wants you to come for who you are. I always say, my dear friends, the makeup and all them thing is good. It makes us look good. But you see, when the makeup wash off, it's a different thing. So when we go before, it's good to decorate yourself. But when you go before that Lord, this is what I want to impress on your mind. When you stand before this Murti, be yourself. Don't try to be something else, because you are only fooling your. You see, Bhagwan Vishnu has transformed into a form because he wanted something. And if Bhagwan Vishnu had gone to Lord Shiva just as Vishnu Bhagwan, he would have got the same result. So why the disguise? Why the makeup? So the great point in our scriptures is when you go before this Mangalamurti, be yourself. Be who you are. For God wants you to be yourself. Therefore, you must know yourself. You must know who you are. And if you know who you are, my dear friends, then you will have a pure heart, an open heart. And my dear friend, then your prayers will be. Many times people are asking, Pandit, you know Ganapati Baba not listening to me? I say, why? He have big ears. He listens to everybody. Is not he not listening to us? Our mind is elsewhere. Our thoughts are elsewhere. Therefore, the time has come. My dear friends, loved ones are dropping like flies every day. I said last night, the COVID pandemic has not left us. It is still amongst us. You know, there's an advertisement on TV. I think they should remove that from the screen. That monkeypox thing. When I see that monkeypox advertisement, I cringe. All my hairs, I turn it off, turn it off. All these deadly things is amongst us. When is it going to end? When is it going to end? Huh? I'll tell you, I heard, Gerald, that there are some cases in Guyana. And if it is in Guyana, it will fly across soon. So we need to be careful. So my dear friends, wear your mask when you could. Sanitize on a normal basis. Be careful who you are amongst. Those who are listening, don't take these things lightly. They are very serious, complicated times we are in the world. So the point I'm making to you, that when you go before this Vignaharta, when you go before this Lord, my dear friends, go with an open heart. There is no need to say anything. I see some people stand up there, kind of things they say. I'm not trying to mimic anybody or mock anybody, but this Lord is, from the time you walk up there, He knows what is in your heart. You think He does not know? Huh? He knows. He understands every one of our ailment and difficulty. And Bhagwan Vishnu, he felt embarrassed. But in feeling embarrassed, he got the attention of Lord. So too the Bhakt sometimes treats the Lord. Some of us, if the Lord were to come before you and ask you, what do you want? What would you ask for? Many devotees in the past, many people say, Lord, well, if you're pleased with me, I don't want to die. And the Lord say, well, you have to dead because you're born. Everybody must die. One day you have to. I cannot give you that wardhan. Ask, well, if I have to die, then I don't want to die by the hands of this one and that. You see, they have an ultimate goal. They have a plan. So if it is your first choice is not answered, what is your second choice? What is your third choice? I want to say to you, my dear friends, don't make it no choice or choices. Have an open heart and all your choices will be answered. Every single one. My dear friends, Bhagwan Ganesh, rather Shiva, is saying to Bhagwan Vishnu, have no fear, O Vishnu, have no fear. All your difficulties will be removed. Parantu, but you must worship, puja, manawe, Ganapati Baba. Who is Ganapati Baba? His own son. And he is right there in the Parivar. He is right there. My dear friends, Bhagwan Shiva is telling Vishnu Bhagwan, if you want your difficulties to be removed, then you must worship Vignaharta, Dhumraketu. As I mentioned that word Dhumraketu, Dhumraketu is a form of Lord Ganesh. And it's called the Halley's Comet. According to translation, the Halley's Comet. And according to our scriptures, that comet ain't reached yet. And I see some people celebrating that they can't wait for that to come. When that comes, my dear friend, there will be destruction in the world. Why would you want to pray for such a thing? It's a form of Dhumraketu, Dhurmavarna, many other forms of Lord Ganesh. This majestic form of the Lord. And so it is, my dear friends. Bhagwan Shiva is telling Bhagwan Vishnu, O Lord, Manavi, Puja, tell me, Vishnu, tell me how do I worship this Lord? And my dear friends, Bhagwan Vishnu, rather Shiva, is explaining to Bhagwan Vishnu how he must worship. With the fast, with the penance, all these things that you have been doing for many, many years. The very same thing Bhagwan Vishnu is going to engage. Put your hands together. For a long period of time, Bhagwan Vishnu is trying to win the grace of this Lord. As I recite part of this stotra, whatever is your heart's desire, pray to that Lord. Ajam nirvikalpam nirakaramekam nirananda vaitam ananda harupam param nirguram nirvarisham nariyam parabrahma rupam ganesham bhajema param brahma rupam ganesham bhajema Gunatitam adyam chidananda rupam chidabhasakam sarvagamyam naganyam munenyam akasha rupam rakesham parabrahma rupam ganesham bhajema parabrahma rupam ganesham bhajema. With intense devotion, Bhagwan Vishnu is praying. Jagat karanam karagyanan rupam suradim sukadim yugadim ganesham jagad vyapanam vishwavandyam suresham parabrahma rupam ganesham bhajema rajo yogya brahma rupa sushritam sarakarya saktam hirdaya chinta rupam Jagat karakam sarva vidya nidhanam parabrahma rupam ganesham natasmaha परब्रह्म रूपम गणेशम नतास्महा सरा सत्य योगम उदाक्रीदमानम सुरारेण हरंतम जगत पालयंतम अनेकम वक्त्रम निजानन हारम सदा विष्णु रूपम गणेशम नमामः सदा विष्णु रूपम गणेशम नमः हरि ओम तत्सत् हरि ओम तत्सत् हरि ओम तत्सत्. And there, lo and behold, my dear friends, while Bhagwan Vishnu, my dear friends, this stotra is about 14 verses long. I only reached number 5, where Bhagwan Vishnu is worshipping the Lord. You see, my dear friends, when we want to win the grace of the Lord, it is very important. We must know to connect to that Lord. From time to time, we give you mantras. If you stand before this murti and you say very simply, Om, say it after me, Om, Gam, Ganapati, Hum. Simple mantra. The Hum, my dear friends, is vibrated sound. It penetrates your heart. When you stand before this murti, pour your hearts out to it. Your prayers will be answered. And so it is, my dear friends, Bhagwan Ganapati, Vignaharta. He appeared before, majestic form, huge, in front of Lord Vishnu. And Bhagwan Vishnu is happy. Why is he happy? Whenever we pray, my dear friends, and our prayers are answered, or we see some semblance of our prayers being answered, how do we feel? Elated, happy, joyous, overjoyed. You know what Tulsidas tells us? Pulaka Sharira. What Pulaka Sharira means? It means your hair is standing on ends. But you know, sometimes people hear us stand on end, and that doesn't mean devotion. You know. It means too much starch in the clothes. Tulsi tells us, Asu badi hai. The tears, the eyes become teary. When we are praying sometimes, tears come from the eyes. Gar gar kant, the throat becomes choked with emotions. Words cannot come out the mouth. The Lord is standing before you. How could you speak? When I went to observe this murti 2 years ago, and I saw this murti at the Chatak factory, all could come to me, my dear friends, is tears in my eyes. Words could not come out of my mouth. When I saw this murti on the truck yesterday, same thing. Tears, tears. No, my dear friends, I am diabetic. And sometimes my eyes are teary. My family, why your eyes are teary? Because I'm crying all the time? No. Because I'm diabetic. Simple as that. Why you think, my dear friends, I don't open the Ganesh Puran and read it? Sometimes I can't see the words in the book, so I blow it up in my iPad. Modern technology. This is how we have to work. I am criticized and condemned for opening this iPad and reading the Ramayana and reading the Gita. But it is there. What it is there for? Style? My dear friends, devotion is what you put into it will determine what you get out of it. And so it is, my dear friend. This huge, majestic murti is standing before God, is standing before God to show us. Bhagwan Vishnu, Lord Shiva is telling us, if we can pray to this Lord. Bhagwan Ganesh is saying, Vignaharta, he's saying, oh Bhagwan Vishnu, all your distresses will be removed. He is the remover of obstacles. Also, my dear friends, there is a mantra that he places difficulties in our life. That is a mantra you must not say. Maybe during this course of this year, I'll give you that mantra. Don't say it. But he places difficulties just to see how we will cope with life. Sometimes, my dear friends, the Lord places obstacles in our way to see. Why do you think the teacher in the class gives you tests? Why do they give you exams? To see how you are coping with the work. And from time to time, the Lord will give us tests. Some we can handle, some we can't. But with determination and shraddha, faith, biswas, belief, if you have that, my dear friends, you'll overpower the world. When you stand before this Murti, have faith, have belief. With your intensity of devotion, the Lord will answer your prayer. And my dear friends, Bhagwan Ganapati is telling Lord Vishnu, don't worry. In time, you will face those two individuals who were the name Madhu and Kaitab. You will face them in battle. And, O Vishnu, with my guidance, with my protection, with my power upon you, you will quickly defeat those two individuals. And so it is, my dear friend, Bhagwan Vishnu was able to defeat Madhu and Kaitab with the help of Lord Ganesh. My dear friends, do you feel that Lord Vishnu couldn't defeat Madhu and Kaitab? Just so? He's God. But all these itihas is to show us. Maharaj Yudhishthir is listening to Lord Krishna. Lord Krishna is telling Maharaj Yudhishthir, all your wealth, all your power that you have lost will come back to you. But you see, Maharaj Yudhishthir didn't look at Lord Krishna as God. Didn't. This is why Krishna, as a friend to Maharaj Yudhishthir, has to give him an alternative so that he could surrender himself. Well, there it is. Bhagwan Shiva, Goddess Parvati. And I'll tell you, my dear friends, from tomorrow night, I will tell you, it was not easy to bring this Ganapati into this world. It was not easy. It was difficult predicament times. Goddess Parvati had great difficulties. Tomorrow night we'll deal with those discourses from the Ganesh Puran. But for tonight, my dear friends, Bhagwan Vishnu is teaching the world, Lord Shiva, if you want to become successful, then worship this Mangal Murti. Worship the Ganapati Baba, and all your distresses, all your problems will be removed. Jodsi. Prem se bolo Shri Gajanan Swami ki. Pandit Gyan, we'll engage ourselves in the final Havan. And while this is being done, Pandit Krishna, you'll bring us a few greetings, and afterwards you'll sing on bhajan. Pass the microphone.
Bolo Gajanan Swami ki jai. Let us all join our hands together, close our eyes, and pray to Mangal Murti. Mangal means happiness. Ganesh Baba is the one who gives happiness. In all puja, you do Ganesh puja first. Om Gajananam Bhute Ganadi Sevitam Kapita Jambu Falchar Bhakshanam Umasutam Shoka Vinashakarakam Namami Vigneshwar Pada Pangajam Sarva Mangalam Mangale Shive Sarvartha Sadhike Sharanetram Vake Gauri Narayan Namastute. Bolo Gajanan Swami ki jai. Devotees tonight of Ved Vyas Pandit Satyanarayan Gosain, and also we have Pandit Gyan Gosain, and our most senior Pandit Ramcharan Gosain. You know, he taught me Sanskrit at the feet of Professor H.S. Sadish. That was in 19th century. And I want to welcome Ms. Keshmani Maharaj, Keshmani Gosain. You know, she is the principal of the village school in Arangwes, and she is very strict. If you had two teachers, one that put good licks and one to be the better teacher. The one that put good licks, you go pass a Vishnu voice, presentation, QRC. A teacher have to be strict, they have to discipline. Discipline, humility, and tolerance will make you a good human being. Tonight I want to welcome Boy Sadhu, and Pandit Videsh, and Muni Sadhu, God bless them for coming. As I look in the audience, I'm happy to see Kesho and his Dulahin, God bless you. Binu satasanga vivekana hoyi, Ram kripa binu sulamna soyi. Without satsang you cannot gain knowledge, and without the mercy of Almighty God you can't go to satsang. Tomorrow I'll be reading 3 nights at the Karapo Shiva Mandir, and Baba Dulahin is from Basta Hall in Milton. All you ever hear a place called Milton in Trinidad? That is in Cuba. So I read in there 2 nights by Pandit Ramlal, next week Monday and Wednesday. So much Ganesh Yajna all over the country, you all must go and receive the blessings of Lord Ganesh. It says 3 things in life never come back: a lost opportunity, a spoken word, and a released arrow. This is a golden opportunity all we have. So when you go and put duva grass and bow to Lord Ganesh, you're helping nobody, but you're helping your own self. Always remember that. That is what Panditji is saying, Mangal Murti Moriya. And you know what, we went to India, we went to Mumbai, and they have a mandir called Siddhi Vinayak. And that is a beautiful mandir, and my Dulahin and my sons went, and they have a rat now as a statue. You have to go and talk in his statue is. There's a big rat right in Bombay. So it's a very nice time. We went to India 6 times, and it's a blessing to go to Bharat Desh. Jis Desh mein Ganga bahti hai. So devotees, when Kag Goswami Garurji asked Kag Goswami 7 questions. What is the greatest joy and happiness a human being can achieve in this world? And Kag Goswami said, the sweetness you get in satsang, you don't get in no part of the world, and that is true. When you come here, you feel divine. And this is the blessings of Lord Ganesh. In all puja, you do Ganesh puja first. Because when you leave your house in the morning, you're never sure to come back alive. A hurry bird does never build a good nest. So if you have to take walk 7, you can't leave 7 to reach 7. You have to leave early to beat that traffic and to be on time. Tonight I want to say blessings of Farid for his beautiful PA system. Because Panditji will tell you a singer need a good PA system and a good drummer, and you could sing till morning clear. That is why we have the Jagaran. Jagaran means Thursday night, you're supposed to wake whole night. And Friday morning, very early, we're going to serve Arati Murti. You see Mondo Road with Pandit Navin, they'll even 4 o'clock in the morning. Early to bed and early to rise, make a man healthy, wealthy, and wise. The earliest birds suck the sweetest flowers. So in Sanatan Dharma, you have to get up 4 o'clock every morning. What causes laziness in a human being body is by getting up after sunrise. You have to do yoga, Ms. Keshmani. Or let's say Ramdev Swami do yoga. Yoga have to be done between 5 and 6 in the morning. You inhale and exhale breath, you do pranayam. Pranayam means I am pran, I am life. A human being inhale and exhale breath 24,000 times for the day. And the day your heart stops beating and you stop breathing, the doctor pronounces a dead person. What causes you to be living is breath. And when you get COVID, it's damaging your lungs. And what they do, they put you on the ventilator. So don't reach that stage with you need oxygen. And do yoga, 4 o'clock in the morning. Get up and do some breathing exercise, and you could live very long. Brahma have 4 sons, Sanak, Sanandan, Sanatan, and Sanat Kumar. These are the 4 sons of Lord Brahma. So Panditji read a beautiful katha, Madhu and Kaitava. And that person who burned down here was Bhasmasur. Bhasmasur asked Lord Shiva for that bone. Anytime I put my hand upon anything, it must turn into ashes. And Bhasmasur burned down your own self. So these are very beautiful nights. I am very happy to be here tonight with Muni Sadhu, and Boy Sadhu is always with me. So God bless you all for coming and join with us as we glorify the name of Lord Ganesh. And you know why I'm happy? The first mandir is your heart, second mandir is your house, and the third one in the village. And Panditji transformed this place into a beautiful mandir. So God is here, there, and everywhere. Anywhere you call Bhagwan, He will come. If we should ask a question, where can we find God now? You think He's Mansarovar, He's in Kashi, He's in the heart of every human being. That is why I have a conscience. You know, when you're telling a lie, it's come on top. You can't get words fast enough to lie. Because God is within you, but He do not take part in your karma. Lord Krishna says, I'm in the heart of every human being, but I take part in your karma. Jaise karni, vaise bharni. You can't plant okra and get corn, baby. What you do, before you die, you'll have to answer. So God bless you all for coming. Panditji, God, thank you very much for giving me this opportunity. And may Ganesh Bhagwan shower his blessings and mercy upon each and every one. You know, I learned this proverb from Nagaina Rangwes. A nation in crisis, a country in fear, the only answer is prayer. Hear it again. A nation in crisis, a country in fear, the only answer is prayer. You see crime overtake the country now. People scared to come out daylight, much less for night. Crime is out of control now. So when you reach home, thank Ganesh Bhagwan that you reach home very safely. Bolo Gajanan Swami ki jai, Vrindavan Vihari Lal ki jai, Satya Sanatan Dharma ki jai, Ganapati Baba Moria.
Thank you, Pandit. Thank you for taking your time off to be here. God blessings to you. My dear friends, I want to thank Pandit Videsh for bringing Pandit Ramcharanji tonight. And I cannot ask him not to say anything. So, Pandit, bring words of blessings tonight. Pandit Videsh.
Bole Shri Umapati Mahadev ki Jai. Panditji, thank you for giving us this opportunity to be here tonight and listen to this beautiful katha in the glories of Ganesh Bhagwan. As I kindly ask everyone to sit upright, close your eyes, bow your heads, put your hands together as we glorify that Lord, Shri Ganapati Devata, as you focus your mind on that beautiful image of Ganapati in your mind. As, O Bhagwan, please accept my prayer as I come to you wholeheartedly with arms wide open. Please take me into your abode. Bless me, guide me and protect me. Harihi Om Tat Sat. Om Gananam Tva Ganapati Gum Havamahe Kavim Kavina Upamasramam Jyestarajam Brahmanam Brahmanaspata Anashrinvannoti Visir Saranam Shri Mahaganare Ganapataye Namaha. Om Shri Gam Ganapataye Namaha. Bole Shri Gajanan Swami ki Jai. Sitaram, everyone.
So at this time, my dear friends, thank you, Panditji, for coming, and your Dharam Patni, your children, and for bringing Panditji. My dear friends, Pandit Ramcharan is not able to speak, and his presence here is very important to us. But Panditji, thank you for coming. God blessings to you. I know your blessings all with us. Thank you. Pandit Gyan will engage in Havan. Please follow his instructions.
All right, my dear devotees, let us all sit upright, focus your mind on the Mangal Murti of Lord Ganesh, and participating in Havan, very simple. All you need is Swaha with each offering, and ask God to remove any negative elements which might be permeating your well-being at this present time. Om Agnaye Swaha, Om Somaye Swaha, Om Prajapate Swaha, Om Indraye Swaha, Om Agni Jyoti Jyoti Ragni Swaha, Om Surya Jyoti Jyoti Surya Swaha, Om Namo Bhagavate Vasudevaya Swaha, Om Lakshmi Kalbhyo Namaha Swaha, Om Gauri Ganebhyo Namaha Swaha, Om Namah Shivaya Swaha, Om Namah Shivaya Swaha, Om Namah Shivaya Swaha, Om Durgaya Namaha Swaha, Om Lakshmi Namaha Swaha, Om Saraswati Namaha Swaha, Om Krishnaya Namaha Swaha, Om Ramaya Namaha Swaha, Om Pamputraya Namaha Swaha, Om Manmantaya Namaha Swaha, Om Bajangbalaya Namaha Swaha, Om Suryaya Namaha Swaha, Om Samriptaya Namaha Swaha, Om Mangal-devtaya Namaha Swaha, Om Buddha-devtaya Namaha Swaha, Om Guru-devtaya Namaha Swaha, Om Shakra-devtaya Namaha Swaha, Om Shani-devtaya Namaha Swaha, Om Rahuaya Namaha Swaha, Om Ketuaya Namaha Swaha, Om Kuldevtaya Namaha Swaha, Om Gram-devtaya Namaha Swaha, Om Astam-devtaya Namaha Swaha. Gayatri Mahamantra. Om Bhurbhuva Swa Tatsavituर्वरेण्यं Bhargo Devasya Dhimahi Dhiyo Yona Prachodayat Swaha. Om Bhurbhuva Swa Tatsavituर्वरेण्यं Bhargo Devasya Dhimahi Dhiyo Yona Prachodayat Swaha. Om Bhurbhuva Swa Tatsavituर्वरेण्यं Bhargo Devasya Dhimahi Dhiyo Yona Prachodayat Swaha. Om Namah Shambhavaya Cha Mayo Bhavaya Cha Namah Shankaraya Cha Mayaskaraya Cha Namah Shivaya Cha Shivataraya Cha Swaha. Om Agnaye Jatavirase Swaha. 3 times, everything must go. Om Sarvam Vai Purnagvam Swaha. Om Sarvam Vai Purnagvam Swaha. Om Sarvam Vai Purnagvam Swaha. My dear devotees, everyone standing now, please. Final offering, Purnahuti. We seek the divine grace and blessings of Ganapati Baba as we ask him to bless each and everyone present. Is a Paistrit mantra, a mantra of penance and forgiveness. As we ask God to forgive us any mistakes, shortcomings, indiscretion, transgressions. Let us all join together in prayer. Om Yadasa Karmanu Atirisham Nunamiyakaram Agnesha Shishtakaravityata Sarvan Sesham Sahutam Karutami Agnesha Shishtakate Sahuta Seva Prayashita Hutinam Kamanam Samadaitre Sarvanam Kamarta Samadhaya. Om Purnamada Purnamadam Purnabuddhachate Purnasya Purnamadaya Purnameva Vishishyate Swaha. Do Achman with the water. Om Adite Anamanya Swam. Om Anamate Anamanya Swam. Om Saraswati Anumanya Swam. Om Deva Savita Prasuya Jam Prasuya Pathimagaya Devyo Gandhargita Puketangana Punatu Vachaspatir Vachana Swaratu. Take the leaves, fan the fire. Om Riswagni Pratijahagri Tamesha Prutisram Chujitami Ancha Asmin Sarasti Ajutarasmin Vishwe Devachmancha Siddhata Prinshishi Agni Devta Ki Jai. Arati.
जय गणेश जय गणेश जय गणेश देवा माता जाकी पार्वती पिता महादेवा
गणपति देवा गणपति देवा गणपति देवा
जय गणेश जय गणेश जय गणेश देवा माता जाकी पार्वती पिता महादेवा
गणपति देवा गणपति देवा गणपति देवा जय गणेश देवा माता जाकी पार्वती पिता महादेवा गणपति देवा गणपति देवा गणपति देवा
एक दंत दयावंत चार भुजाधारी एक दंत दयावंत चार भुजाधारी माथे सिंदूर सोए मुसकी सवार
गणपति देवा गणपति देवा गणपति देवा
जय गणेश जय गणेश देवा माता जाकी पार्वती पिता महादेवा
गणपति देवा गणपति देवा गणपति देवा
अंदन को आकरे चकोरियन को खाया अंदन को आकरे चकोरियन को खाया भाजन का पुत्र देत निर्धन को गणपति देवा
गणपति देवा गणपति देवा जय गणेश जय गणेश देवा माता जाकी पार्वती पिता महादेवा गणपति देवा गणपति देवा गणपति देवा
गणपति देवा
गणपति देवा
गणपति देवा
गणपति देवा
हार चढ़े गोविंद हरे गोपाल हरे हे गोपी गोप बाला
गोविंद हरे गोपाल हरे हे गोपी गोप बाला
गोविंद हरे गोपाल हरे हे मुरली गान लोला
गोविंद हरे गोपाल हरे हे मुरली गान लोला
हे गिरिधर गोपाला हे गिरिधर गोपाला हे गिरिधर गोपाला
हे गिरिधर गोपाला हे गिरिधर गोपाला हे गिरिधर गोपाला
श्याम मुरारी घन श्याम मुरारी
श्याम मुरारी घन श्याम मुरारी
गिरिधर गोपाला गिरिधारी
गिरिधर गोपाला गिरिधारी
गिरिधर गोपाला गिरिधारी
गिरिधर गोपाला गिरिधारी
अरे बोलो श्याम मुरारी घन श्याम मुरारी घन श्याम मुरारी मंगलम भगवान विष्णु मंगलम गरुड़ध्वजम मंगलम पारि नमो नमः ओम गम गणपतिभ्यो नमो नमः ओम गम गणपतिभ्यो नमो नमः त्वमेव माता च पिता त्वमेव बन्धु च सखा त्वमेव विद्या द्रविणं त्वमेव सर्वं मम देव देवा. May Shanti, peace always be with you. Om Shanti Om.
Om Shanti Om.
Om Shanti Om.
Om Shanti Om.
Om Shanti. Om Shanti. प्रेम से बोलो श्री उमापति महादेव की, प्रेम से बोलो श्री गजानन स्वामी की, प्रेम से बोलो श्री सत्य सनातन धर्म की. भोजन मंत्र पंडित ज्ञान. Excuse me, stand.
Let us bow heads in prayer. Ask God to bless the food before you partake of it. Om Anapate Anasyanodyanamivasya Shushmana Prapradatarang Tarishe Urjano Dehi Dvipade Chatushpade. O Almighty One, Lord of food, we partake of this meal by Thy grace. May we use only those foods that are health-giving, free from disease, pure and nourishing. May this food help us to overcome our difficulties, and may all bipeds and quadrupeds derive benefit therefrom. Om Shanti, 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 Hari Om. Thank you.
Please take your seat. And devotees, before we ask you to make your offering, we just want to cut this cake and sing happy birthday, please, and then we'll finalize, please. Yeah. Today is Pandit Gyan's birthday, Ms. Keshmani. We ask you to do the honors with her. And Vijay, could you do the happy birthday song while you cut the cake? Nice. And then we go straight to devotion, right?
बार बार दिन ये आए, बार बार दिल ये गाए, बार बार दिन ये आए, बार बार दिल ये गाए, तो जिए हजारों साल ये मेरी है आरज़ू. हैप्पी बर्थडे टू यू, हैप्पी बर्थडे टू यू, हैप्पी बर्थडे पंडित ज्ञान, हैप्पी बर्थडे टू
So, Pandit Gyan, Janmadin Mubarak. How old is boy? 17. Okay. Happy birthday. My dear friends, these are Independence birthday. So happy Independence to all of you also. God blessings to you all. At this time, my dear friends, what happens here? Devotees will come and make their offering to the Mangal Murti. And Dubgras, Hardi, Sindur, and Arati. Right? And after you finish, my dear friend, then you present yourself to the front of the building for your meals. Meals have been prepared for all. See you again tomorrow night. Come out and join with us. I must say special blessings to my brother-in-law, Devlal, and my sister, Prabha. Thank you for coming, for all your support and your help. To my Jodel, Pratishta, God blessings to you all. Thank you. May Ganapati Baba bless you with good fruits in the world. Thank you. Blessings to all for coming. Enjoy your worship for the evening. Enjoy your meals and see you tomorrow again. Thank you all.
गाए गणपति जगवंदन, गाए गणपति जगवंदन, गाए गणपति जगवंदन, गाए गणपति जगवंदन। शंकर सुवन भवानी नंदन, शंकर सुवन भवानी नंदन, गाए गणपति जगवंदन, गाए गणपति जगवंदन। सिद्धि सदन गजवर विनायक, सिद्धि सदन गजवदन विनायक, सिद्धि सदन गजवदन विनायक, कृपा सिंधु सुंदर सब लायक, कृपा सिंधु सुंदर सब लायक। शंकर सुवन भवानी नंदन, शंकर सुवन भवानी नंदन, गाए गणपति जगवंदन, गाए एक समय शिव को मिलने को, एक समय शिव को मिलने को, नारायण कैलाश गया। पार्वती जगावती शंकर को, उठो हो नाथ देखो नारायण आया। बहुत दिन बीते ब्रह्मपुरी में, बहुत दिन बीते ब्रह्मपुरी में, देखो मेरा मन में भया उदास। शिव दर्शन के कारण अब देखो मैं चली आए गए कैलाश। अज अब फल को काहे तू रो तू, भोला बाबा जी की बारी। भोला जी की बारी बारी बारी, शिव जी की बारी। भोला जी की बारी बारी बारी, अब शिवा जी की बारी। भोला जी की बारी, शिव जी की बारी बारी बारी, अब भोला जी की बारी। पल को कहे तू रो तू, भोला बाबा जी की बारी। पल को कहे तू रो तू। जब लक्ष्मण वो बात में गए, बात में न देखे रखवारी। जब लक्ष्मण वो बात में गए, बात में न देखे रखवारी। दो पल तोर सखा दरी देना, दो फल तोर सखा दरी देना। सब तो आ गए रखवारे आज, अब शिवा जी की बारी बारी बारी, अब भोला जी की बारी। फल को कहे तू रो तू, भोला बाबा जी की बारी। फल को कहे तू रो तू। कि तूरे पले धाग लगायो, कि तुम करो दुर्भारी। कि तूरे पल धाग लगायो, कि तुम करो दुर्भारी। तूरे फली को दर न लगी है, तूरे फल को दर न लगी है। हम करेंगे दुर्बार आज, अब शिवा जी की बारी बारी बारी, अब भोला जी की बारी। फल को कहे तू रो तू, भोला बाबा जी की बारी। फल को कहे तू रो तू। भोला जी की बारी बारी, शिव जी की बारी। भोला जी की बारी बारी, शिव जी की बारी। अब भोला जी की बारी बारी, शिव फल को काहे तोरो भोला बाबा जी की बारी, फल को काहे तोरो अब शिव जी की बारी। दोनों बीरल रथ भगियन में टूट गया सब फुलवारी। दोनों बीरल रथ भगियन में टूट गया सब फुलवारी। रामचंद्र ब्यानन पर बैठे लक्ष्मण को गए दूध बारी बारी, गए दूध बारी बारी, गए दूध बारी बारी। महावीर जब तारी मारे कबध गए गजे पर्वत पर। महावीर जब तारी मारे कबध गए गजे पर्वत पर। बैल चढ़े शिव शंकरी आई आई, बैल चढ़े अब बैल चढ़े, अब बैल चढ़े। बैल चढ़े शिव शंकरी आई, और आए गौरा नारी नारी, और आए गौरा नारी नारी। महावीर लक्ष्मण को झूंझे, शिव को झूंझे बनवारी। तुलसीदास आचार अकबर की, तुलसीदास आचार अकबर की, काया सोबरन कर धानी। भोला बाबा जी की बारी बारी, शिव जी की बारी बारी, भोला जी की। फल को कहे अब फल को कहे तोरो भोला बाबा जी की बारी, फल को कहे तोरो अब शिव जी की बारी, फल को कहे तोरो भोला जी की बारी, भोला जी की बारी, शिव जी की बारी, भोला जी की बारी बारी बारी, अब शिव जी की बारी। फल को कहे तोरो तू भोला बाबा जी की बात, फल को कहे तोरो तू अब शिव जी की। Farid? Farid around? Yeah. कैलाशपति महाराज, कैलाशपति महाराज आजे, शंकर शिव बम बम भोला, शंकर शिव बम बम भोला। कैलाशपति महाराज आजे, शंकर शिव बम बम भोला, शंकर शिव बम बम भोला। क्या बात है। जटा में जिनके गंग विराजे, सर्वयांग में स्वरूप विराजे। के दुख आप हरे हो। इतना के दुख आप हरे हो। आपन दूर संसार भरे हो, आपन दूर संसार भरे हो। इतना के दुख आप हरे हो। आपन दूर संसार भरे हो। नाम तुम्हारा दिल में बसा लो, नाम तुम्हारा दिल में बसा लो। हो तेरे माने, हो तेरे माने, हो तेरे माने वाज आज शंकर शिव बम बम भोला, शंकर शिव बम बम भोला। कैलाशपति महाराज आज शंकर शिव बम बम भोला। नाम तुम्हारा दिल में बसा लो। नाम तुम्हारा दिल में बसा लो। गणपति दिया है दर्श सिखा दो, गणपति दिया है दर्श सिखा दो, गणपति दिया है दर्श सिखा दो। सब देवन में शंभो हमारे, सब देवन में शंभो हमारे। हे बिछाला, हे बिछाला, हे बिछाला वाज आज शंकर शिव बम बम भोला, शंकर शिव बम बम भोला। कैलाशपति, कैलाशपति, कैलाशपति महाराज आज शंकर शिव बम बम भोला, शंकर शिव बम बम भोला। कैलाशपति महाराज आज शंकर शिव बम बम भोला, कैलाशपति महाराज आज शंकर शिव बम बम। अरे छोड़ दो बिगड़िया धैया काहे पर कुआरिया चला दे बबुआ। अरे छोड़ दो बिगड़िया धैया काहे पर कुआरिया चला दे बबुआ। बोले बाबा के, अरे बोले बाबा के दुआरिया चला दे बबुआ, बोले बाबा के नगरिया चला दे बबुआ। अरे छोड़ दो बिगड़िया धैया काहे पर कुआरिया चला दे बबुआ। छोड़ दो बिगड़िया धैया काहे पर कुआरिया चला दे बबुआ। बोले बाबा के, बोले बाबा के दुआरिया चला दे बबुआ, बोले बाबा के दुआरिया चला दे बबुआ। हर हर महादेव बीच के नहाइला काहे पर कुआरिया चला दे बबुआइला। हर हर महादेव बीच के नहाइला काहे पर कुआरिया चला दे बबुआइला। अरे बम बम की लहरिया धैया काहे पर कुआरिया चला दे बबुआ। बम बम की लहरिया धैया काहे पर कुआरिया चला दे बबुआ। बम की लहरिया धैया काहे पर कुआरिया चला दे बबुआ बम बम की लहरिया धैया काहे पर कुआरिया चला दे बबुआ भोले बाबा के नगरिया चला दे बबुआ भोले बाबा के नगरिया चला दे बबुआ छोड़ दो बिगड़िया धैया काहे पर कुआरिया चला दे बबुआ छोड़ दो बिगड़िया धैया काहे पर कुआरिया चला दे बबुआ भोले बाबा के दुआरिया चला दे बबुआ भोले बाबा के नगरिया चला दे बबुआ भोले बाबा के दुआरिया 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 चला दे बबुआ। बन जय हो बन के जोगिनिया हो रामा पिया के कर